Hello everyone, this is Isabel. I'm at PTC 2026 in Hawaii. And today I'm joined by John Chesser. He's the CEO of Quantica. John, welcome to my hot seat.
Thank you so much for having me. Look forward to chatting.
So at the conference, everyone's talking about power at the moment. Do you think it's become the biggest bottleneck of AI and data center growth?
I don't know if I'd always say it's the biggest bottleneck, but it's certainly becoming one that I think everyone sees as the biggest priority. And the primary reason for that is because the size of AI data centers is growing so quickly, from 150 megawatt deployment a few years ago to 500 megawatts to a gigawatt, and now you see people announcing 2.5 gigawatts. The land can be found, but getting that much power is a big challenge. That seems to be the biggest challenge right now.
So do you think this data constraint is already changing where and how data centers are built?
Absolutely. I think traditionally people were looking in the market where they could find available power. They're finding that finding available power at a gigawatt or 2.5 gigawatt scale doesn't exist very easily. So now you have this concept, what they call bring your own power, which is if you design a site, you've got to have a line of I either have the power in the market or I've got to go build all the additional power that I need.
Okay. What do you think bringing power, land, and network together from day one is so important nowadays?
I think it goes back to my first answer about the size of the project. If you're doing a 500 megawatt site, that's a certain amount of capital at risk that the hyperscale customer is taking. But when you say, I want to have a 2.5 gigawatt data center site that I'm going to develop over the next 10 years, the magnitude of the investment goes up. And that means the magnitude of risk, if you have a fatal flaw in the project, becomes that much more critical. You can't have any errors. So I think everyone is looking in the market for that site that's been de-risked from a land perspective, seismic, floods, environmental. From power perspective, is there power there today? Can I get all the power that I need built in the next 5 to 10 years? And then from the network perspective, I'm making this investment in this data center. It needs to talk to all my other data centers in my network. So can I get the network built? So I think that the demand for perfection, or really a completely de-risked site in all those aspects, so being able to provide that integrated solution is really important, because you can go to the customer and say, box checked on the real estate, box checked on the network, box checked on the power, and they can move forward with confidence in their investment.
Okay. And what's the role of Quantica in making this happen?
Well, Quantica is in this business of solving the problems of our customers. And so we recognized very early that this magnitude of investment was going to really change the way hyperscalers doing business, where they can't have any margin of error. And so our goal is to go find, very simply, we go try to find the ideal best piece of dirt where you've got great transmission access. You've got access to either power today or to build more power, and you've got network. Now, one of the things we like is if we find a site that's missing one of those attributes, we view that as a positive, because that's a site that other people wouldn't be pursuing. We can come in, and with our integrated team, we have an in-house power team. My experience is doing power. I've run a 15,000 megawatt fleet of thermal assets. I've worked in a 3 gigawatt fleet of renewables before. We've got our own in-house telecom team that can design conduit. We've designed, in their career, thousands of miles of long-haul conduit across the country. And then obviously we've got a team that can do the data center development, led by Dave Crawley on the team. So we have that integrated team that can do all of that development work. And then by the time we bring a solution to our customers, they've got confidence that we've de-risked it.
Super interesting. Thank you so much, John. So much exciting things going on in the industry and also at Quantica. So
Indeed.
Looking forward to 2026.
As am I. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next hot shot.